Do you recognise this guy? Probably not. Do you recognise this guy? Probably not, even more so. Even if you don't recognise them and you've not heard of them, I can guarantee you 100% if you've been into a nightclub or you've been to a rave, particularly drum and bass, you have danced to their drum beats without a single fail. But why don't you recognise them? Because they were part of two groups that were not quite pop groups, but have created two of the very most famous drum beats in the history of music. This guy is called Gregory Coleman, and he was the drummer in a band called the Winstons in the late 1960s. And on that single that they released, they had a song on the B-side called Amen Brother, and that song contained a drum break which is about 3 or 4 seconds long, and it goes like this. So that's the drum beat that guy created back in the late 1960s, and it's been sampled in over 6,500 songs, and that's just the ones that are registered. There's many more that never registered the sample. And that guy, bless him, Gregory Coleman, died broke and homeless in 2006 in Atlanta, Georgia, and yet never received a single penny for that breakbeat, and it's been featured in many, many hit records, whether that's house, pop, hip-hop, drum and bass, you name it, it's been used, and sadly the man never got paid for it. Now the next beat was created by Jim Gordon from the Incredible Bongo Band in the early 1970s, and this break has been registered over 800 times by samples of other artists. It is one of the most renowned breakbeats, again in hip-hop, house and drum and bass, not to mention some pop records as well. It was famously used by the hip-hop DJs in the late 70s such as Grandmaster Flash and Kool Herc, etc. And that breakbeat goes like this. This guy made this breakbeat one of the most influential beats of all time. He also had a tragic end to his life. He ended up having schizophrenia and ended up unaliving his mother and spent the rest of his life in a mental institute until he died in 2023. So there you go. There's the history of two of the world's most famous drum beats and two incredible drummers that met a sad end. And unfortunately, that's the way the music industry goes sometimes. Those who create those pioneering sounds often don't get paid or paid their dues. Anyway, that's that. Thank you for watching.